Dustin Pedroia video, how to fix stepping in the bucket. Hey, what's going on? It's Joey Myers from the Hitting Performance Lab, and in this Dustin Pedroia video, we're going to talk about the #1 way to stop stepping out. We're going to go over 3 different things. The first thing are the problems with stepping in the bucket. Number 2, stepping out as a legit hitting strategy. And then number 3, we're going to talk about the #1 fix to stepping out using a little known scientific technique called RNT, or Reactive Neuromuscular Training. But first, let's discuss the problems with stepping out. Now, there are 4 problems with stepping in the bucket. Number 1 is fear of an incoming ball. Now, this is one of my online lessons, and I'm going to blur his face, but what you're going to see is his front foot stepping out, or stepping into the bucket is what we call it, but what you don't see is his eyes actually closing at contact. Now, both of these things can stem from being hit by a ball, being hurt, and then not wanting to get hurt again. So number 2 is getting around on an inside pitch. So a lot of times these hitters are taught to stride with the closed foot. And what happens is, in order to get to that inside pitch, the pelvis has to clear, so what the brain does is tells the foot to step out. Number 3, not setting the fight position up correctly. Now this, I'm going to have a video link somewhere around this video to explain the fight position, but this can also could be an easy fix to stepping out or stepping in the bucket. Number 4, now ultimately all these things take away from outer plate coverage. Unless we have a decent fight position, then we can still kind of hit that ball and actually use stepping in the bucket as a legit hitting strategy, which we're going to talk about next, featuring Dustin Pedroia. A couple things I want you to keep in mind in analyzing Dustin Pedroia's swing, aside from some of the other key metrics that I would urge you to go check out at the actual blog article itself. BaseballReference.com lists Pedroia at 5'8", 165 pounds, and also realize that at Fenway, his home ballpark, that it's 315 feet down the line. So it's a very righty-friendly ballpark. Now, as you're going to see his setup, this is 2013 in the playoffs. He hit a home run. He's actually a little farther from the plate now than he is today, and we'll look at a swing from today, or a picture of a swing. But you can see his setup is a little open. So I drew a line, and what you're going to see is he's going to follow that line, and he's not going to close off. He's actually going to open up a lot more. But what saves him is showing his numbers. Watch, you can't really see his numbers here. Then you're going to see both 1 and 5 right here on the left as he's touching down. So he keeps those shoulders nice and counter-rotated to what the pelvis is doing to be able to turn on the ball. And as you can see over here, you can really see his forward momentum as he moves forward. Now let's take a look at his present day stuff. Here's a snapshot of this year. Look at where his back foot is in the box itself. You can see it's pretty close to the chalk line on the inside corner of the plate. And then we get to see a good picture of him actually showing his numbers and being more open. Now this is this year's pictures. So let's go into how to fix stepping in the bucket. Here's the Dustin Pedroia stepping in the bucket drill. So all you need is a workout band with handles on the ends that you can get from any sporting goods store like Dick's. And you want to create a slip knot for the ankle that you're going to put your ankle in. Then you want to wall anchor it, or have a partner hold the band in the direction that we're feeding the mistake. And then from there, we want to make sure that when we land, that we're landing with our heels aligned. So it's going to give the hitter a slight pull in that direction, not a ton of pull, but just a little bit, enough to get the brain reprogramming the body so that we're stepping more online, or what I call on the track.